Welcome back to The Count. I'm Lidia Curanaj. We're closing out today's show with some of the outrageous things members of the liberal media have said this week. And we start off with MSNBC's Nicole Wallace, fear-mongering over what President Trump would do if he won the presidency.
Depending on what happens in November, 7 months from right now, this time next year, I might not be sitting here. There might not be a White House Correspondents' Dinner or a free press. While our democracy wouldn't exactly fall apart immediately without it, the real threat looms larger. A candidate with outward disdain, not just for a free press, but for all of our freedoms and for the rule of law itself.
Unbelievable. The rule of law he wants to take. Where did President Trump ever say he wanted to take away the freedom of the press? And I just can't even. Joining us now, publicist and member of Project 21, Whitley Yates, also with the second vice president for the National Federation of Republican Women, Karen Newton. Whitley, what do you think about Nicole Wallace there? A little hyperbolic, you think?
I think Nicole is Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. She makes these accusations that Trump is going to cancel the White House Correspondents' Dinner and or somehow fire her. Now, she may indeed deserve and need to be fired, and that would not be up to former President Trump. But the truth is, she's trying to get Americans to feel like he is some type of a tyrant, some type of a dictator, when we actually know exactly what a presidency is like with him at the helm.
Right. If there's anybody that's trying to limit freedoms and is weaponizing the judicial system, it's none other than Joe Biden. Now, Karen, today is May 4th, which is Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you, you know. But yesterday, Star Wars actor Mark Hamill was at the White House press briefing, not to talk about Star Wars, but about the Chips and Pact Acts for some reason. I want you to take a look at what happened when he left the podium.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here. I got to get those shades.
He's your only
Thank you, guys. Thank you. No one ever claps for me when I get off the podium. I'm just saying.
What did you think about that? She said no one claps for me, maybe because she's the worst press secretary in history.
Well, that could actually be the reason why. But what struck me the first time I saw that, I was looking at it on social media and I started laughing. And I was like, so what is your job here? Are you press secretary or are you an actor? Mm-hmm. Well, quite frankly, she's a very good actor, but no one is clapping for her because that's not the job of the press secretary to get accolades. Mm-hmm. A big ego, huh?
Absolutely. Whitley, what did you make of the left-wing media and how they are categorizing not only the trials with Trump, but downplaying even the reception that he gets from people? He was at the firehouse here in Midtown Manhattan, and you got the firefighters. They're ecstatic to see him versus what you're seeing with Joe Biden. He can never get the crowds that President Trump gets, yet they refuse to show it. They won't even cover it. What do you think about that?
I really think that the media is masking the momentum of former President Trump. And I think that they're masking it on purpose. When you are able to look at how he is creating, cultivating, and driving momentum, not only throughout the campaign, but also throughout his court trial, it's unprecedented, the level of momentum and how people have galvanized around him. And the media is really attempting to mask and suppress that.
And now the biggest story of this past week has been the campus chaos, but check out how one CNN reporter covered the NYPD's clearing out of the rioters who occupied Columbia University's Hamilton Hall.
I have never seen a response like this, a mobilization like this, the way the NYPD came in with such force, with such precision. And it's clear, you know, in part, this was to send a message, in part to protect themselves. Something very significant happened here. They had to take this extreme measure and essentially come on campus, use the tactics that they did to get inside Hamilton Hall. It's so significant. I mean, this is a university, right? This is Columbia University.
Oh, what did you think about that? I'll get your, what do you guys think?
Well, I was distraught when I heard that. I want to know, the bigger question for me is, these protesters have been training for months. And if President Sharif knew that this was going on, and Mayor Eric Adams knew this was going on. Then obviously the DOJ knew that these students were being indoctrinated to believe, part of their training, they tell the students that Hamas is defending the Palestinians, which kind of legitimizes Hamas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why the president of Colombia did not call in NYPD faster before historic Hamilton Hall, a hall that my husband, who went to Columbia, walked for years and years. Why it got to the point that they allowed these students, these demonstrators, to destroy that, to destroy the campus experience for students that just want to go to school, they want to go to class, they want to take their finals, they want to be in peace. And how is it that it got to the point that we put our NYPD in such a dangerous position? It should have been stopped a long time ago.
It should have been stopped a long time ago, and we should cut off the funding at this point for all of these universities that allowed this chaos, this anti-American sentiment to just spread like wildfire. Thank you guys so much for joining us. All right, that'll do it for this edition of The Counts. I'll be back with you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern on Sunday Agenda. Again, I'm Lidia Curanaj. Trust and remember that God is with you and always, always.